Hello, I'm Mr. Conductor, and I'm going to tell you a story about trains, folks far apart, and the magic railroad that brought them together.
Thomas and the Magic Railroad is probably the most controversial movie in the Thomas fandom. The film came out on July 14, 2000 in the UK and July 26, 2000 in the United States. Although the film's marketing was absolutely incredible, it ate shit at the box office, grossing only $19.7 million of a $19 million production. Thomas and the Magic Railroad was Thomas's first ever time on the big screen, so you can imagine it brought some attention, which it did, but that doesn't make the film good. In fact, so many people in the Thomas fandom genuinely hate this movie for one reason alone: the magic element. In the original books, the one thing that stayed mostly consistent was the realistic world the trains lived in, and that stayed the same when the show came around. Magic Railroad is a bit of both. The engines still rely on coal and water to produce steam and can't turn into elephants when they want to. But Magic Railroad isn't all about realism. In the film, to get to Sodor, there is a set of magic buffers that takes you through a portal to an enchanted railway line. This line connects the real world to the island of Sodor. In reality, this isn't too far-fetched. I mean, they are trains with faces after all. But it just isn't Thomas. The island of Sodor in Audrey's mind is in our world, a place you and I could travel to by plane, train and boat. This movie depicts Sodor in an ultimate dimension where one can only get there by gold dust or a magic railway line. Are the engines just stranded on an island? There's not much room for world building when Sodor is just by itself in an empty realm. The idea of Sodor in the books and early seasons of the show was meant to feel like a place children could go to by ease. Yes, the film still makes Sodor feel like a real place, but how will the kids themselves watching get there? Another thing I also noticed is when Lily is on the train towards shining time, you can clearly see that people have cell phones and a man has a laptop. But the island of Sodor is set in the late 60s to early 70s, so explain that to me. Okay, so I think I've rambled on enough about Sodor itself in the film. Now let's talk about something else. The plot. Thomas and the Magic Railroad was Thomas's first ever time on the big screen. Kids from all over the world finally got a chance to see their number one blue tank engine go on an adventure. Only to find out, Thomas isn't even the one going on an adventure. It's this random character called Mr. Conductor that no one's ever heard of unless they were American. Kids wanted to watch this movie to see Thomas and his friends, not some random humans and a dog. Thomas's role in the film is so very little important. He never really does anything that was needed. He may have taken Lily through the magic buffers, but if we're being real here, she could have done it by herself. It was just to give Thomas some screen time. In the film, Thomas is practically Mr. Conductor's understudy. Everything he does in the film is to please Mr. C, or he's doing something Mr. C told him to.
Mr. Conductor? Oh, Mr. Conductor, where are you?
In my words, Thomas never really gets to shine in the film. And I mean that by he's kind of just like a background character that has a lot of lines. He's kind of just there. He may have picked up Mr. Conductor when he arrived, but he could have just teleported to Knapford. And he may have ran away from Diesel 10 with Lady. He didn't have to. Diesel 10 wanted Lady, not him. Hi, editing me here. So I kind of forgot, but Diesel 10 does want Thomas, so I'm kind of dumb for not remembering, but yeah. Moving on. Okay, so I just covered all the bad things about the film. Now let's get into the good stuff. Thomas's screen time in the film is so unnecessary, like I said before, but when he is on screen, is perfect. And I mean that as Thomas himself. His personality is on point. He's a cheeky, yet resilient little tank engine who tries his best to be useful.
Who do we appreciate? Practicing your numbers, Gordon. That's a good engine. You're being bossy, Gordon. Now, please excuse me. I'm meeting Mr. Conductor. He's looking after us while Sir Topham Hatt takes a much-needed holiday. Bossy sprockets! All that steam has gone to your funnel. Little engines can do big things, especially when they have nice blue paint like me.
When I think of Thomas as a character, I think of him in this film. I love his voice actor too. Eddie Glenn was the perfect choice for Thomas. Can't say the same for the others though, but I'll leave that for another video. Branching off from Thomas's personality, the rest of the cast is on point too. Gordon is always pompous.
And I'm a big blue engine who knows everything.
James is egotistical.
Then we'd better find her first. Leave it to the big engines, Percy.
And Toby is old and wise.
I think Diesel's around here.
I'm sorry, you two. Diesel heard every word you said. I'm going after him to see what he does next. You'd better carry on and get the mail delivered.
Oh, you're very brave, Toby.
Oh, Diesel won't bother with an old engine like me. He thinks I'm really useless.
The main credit here is obviously Britt Allcroft, as she was head writer. Let's move to the sets. While they may not be very realistic, like why is there just some random dead end in the middle of nowhere? But if we ignore that and focus on the appearance, some sets are so pretty. I mean, look at this shot of Thomas puffing down a line.
Sure to be trouble right around the corner.
Nice.
Of course, it could never compare to season 4 of the show, but I don't think anything can. Let's talk about our antagonist, Diesel 10. My favourite parts of the movie growing up were the scenes with Diesel 10. In the film, Diesel 10 is portrayed as a more gimmicky, comedian-type villain. I love the scene when he makes the roof cave in at the smelters.
It's the old teapot! Oh, smash him! Smash him! Benji, get back here! Benji, don't make me come up here. I hate it when you do this.
And I think my favourite part about Diesel 10 is that the whole movie he's more gimmicky and funny, but in the final chase when he's so close to getting what he wants, he actually seems a lot more serious and determined to achieve his goal.
I like my lunch steamed.
I think Lady is also a great character. She's calm and humble, just like her character should be.
So, Burnett, you didn't forget about magic. It's safe inside you.
I wish they kept her for the series. I get she appeared in Calling All Engines, but I mean, she was there for 2 seconds. Let's cover the people. Mr. Conductor is a good character. Yes, he may break the Thomas law alongside the other people by millions, but in general, he's still a good character. He brings a lot of expression to the camera.
Beach. Beach! That's it! That's it! I have to find a bellflower. I need to make a call.
I covered this in greater depth in my last video. Go check it out, link in the description. Alec Baldwin is really fun to watch in this film. Overall, a great actor. I like Lily too. I know a lot of people don't agree, but I think Lily is a great addition to the storyline. And I love her relationship with Junior. They fight like siblings.
What's that noise?
The trains, I told you they talk. We're just too far away to hear what they're saying.
And Brunette Stone. I have very mixed feelings about Brunette. One half of me likes him. He gives the audience something to think about in terms of his past. But this is a kid's movie. And if I'm being honest, he's a bit depressing. The whole movie he just stands around in his cave saying nothing, looking all sad. How is this meant to keep kids engaged? I don't like that about Brunette, but I'm also putting him in the good category because I still do like his character. And when Lady produces steam for the first time in years, you can really see his happy inner child come out. Thomas and the Magic Railroad may have its faults, and in many ways it isn't true to Thomas's history, but I still love this movie. So much so, as I will go on to say, it's my favourite Thomas film. From the score, to the actors, to the behind the scenes creators who gave us the film. It may have problems and a plot that doesn't make sense, but it just feels like Thomas. It is possible that I love the movie for its nostalgia, and my opinion will probably shift over time, but right now, this has been my favourite Thomas film for years, and in my most recent rewatch, I think I've grown to love it even more. This year is the film's 25th anniversary, which is what gave me the idea for this video. Thomas and the Magic Railroad was Britt Allcroft's passion project, which is what makes it so sad that it was such a box office bomb. I will forever respect the sacrifices Britt made to make the movie and the show happen. Rest in peace. Well, that's all I have to say for now. I'm sure there's plenty of things I missed, and if you've picked out anything about the movie, comment them below. and maybe I'll make a part 2. I'd also like to thank you all for the support on my last video. I was not expecting to get so many comments. Thank you guys so much. Well, see you mates.
And so we've come to the happy end of our story. And it's time for all of us to go home. Just like Thomas.